Hey guys, welcome back. So here we are with a what sold video. I've not done one of these in a long time. I've definitely gone behind on these type of videos, but I figured, I had an amazing weekend. Well, I had an amazing week in general, but the weekend just finished so strong. So I thought to myself, let's do a what sold video. Um, if you guys have never seen my what sold videos before, I really only go through the stuff that was sold for $25 and up. Anything below that is I just skip right by it. And not that that's a bad thing. I'm happy to sell these for 24, 20, 18, 15, whatever, depending on what I got it for, of course. But just to make the video faster, I'm just going to list the things, the highlights, $25 and up, the big sales, in my opinion. Different people probably have a different scales for like what's a big sale, what's not. My opinion, 25 and up is a good sale, of course, relative depends on what you bought it for. But lately, if you guys have seen my videos lately, I just primarily go to the bins. So even if I go to the bins and buy a whole bunch of stuff, even if that's that particular item, whatever maybe, even if that only sells for like $10 and up, in a sense, that's a big deal. Just because on average you're gonna pay like $1 or so for each item, depending on how much you get. But for me, I'm on average I'm paying like a dollar 50 per item. So if I spend $1 on one shirt and then tomorrow I'll sell it for 10, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But if I were to do that 10 times, that's like $100 in sales. Yeah, of course, mine was so like maybe 90 after cost of goods, 85 after the fees, or more depending if you use promoted or not. But anyways, I'm just rambling. So let's just get into it. All right, from last Monday to yesterday Sunday. Um, Today is Monday, but by the time you guys are watching this, it's gonna be Tuesday already. So this is from last week, Monday through Sunday. So first thing on that Monday that sold was a cool men's fleece sweater. Now, Cool is such an easy brand to sell if you price it right. And most of these sales were from the bins. All right, so keep in mind. So I'm gonna mention if I got these items from the bins or not. And I would say right now that one was from the bins. Pay like $1 for it. All right, sold it for 33 plus shipping. Awesome. Next big sale, Nat Nast men's wool coat jacket. I found that at the bins, and that was something I had never seen before. I've sold plenty of Nat Nast shirts, 100% silk. So I found a coat that was outside was wool, the inside was silk. I looked online. I could not find a single one on eBay anywhere. I was like, this was. Now I know it's not the only of its kind. I'm sure there's more out there, but there's none that I could find that were listed. So I just put it at $30. It sold within like a week and a half. So very happy. Next one, Lululemon at the bins, $1 for it. Sold it for 27 plus shipping. Allegedly, I'm watching more videos, right? And allegedly, Lululemon, as far as its demand and whatnot, is starting to plummet a little bit. Not a hard nosedive, just like slowly going down. But honestly, for me, I mean, you could have fooled me because when I find Lululemon, assuming of course you price it right, it's gonna sell fairly fast. And this was another example of that. Let's see, another big 25 and up sale. Patagonia Cinchilla Fleece. That was more of a surprise. I've had that. I really thought because of what it was, I was going to sell within a week or so. That one took me a month and a half, which relatively that's not that long in general. When you consider reselling in general. But I did pay I think like like $5 or $6 for that. Sold it for 28. Just surprised me how long that took to sell. I really thought that was going to sell faster. Let's see, next 25 and up. I have a lot of $20 sales, guys. A lot of them. Here we go. Robert Graham, $30. That one, once again, that I think that was even longer. I think that was maybe 2.5 months. I had that. Finally sold for 30, and that's because I did have it at 40, and I dropped it down to 30, and it sold much faster. So, anyways, I think I did spend maybe 5 or 6 on that. So happy to move on from that. Next up is Under Armour. This was interesting. This is definitely one of my top 5 fastest sales. The Under Armour Project Rock Charge Brahma hoodie. I got that from the bins, and that sold within like I think like 45 minutes after I listed it for $25 plus shipping. Makes me think maybe I priced it too low, but either way, paid $1 for it for 25 within like a couple hours. That jacket right there had already paid. Cause I think that day I spent like $19 at the bins and I sold it for 25 plus shipping. I pretty much made my money back in profit, within like a couple hours. Anyways, moving on. Next one is Athleta women's boyfriend joggers. Now, Athleta, I'm getting slowly into, because I guess Athleta is like one of Lululemon's competition. So I figured, let's see how good it really is. I only have like maybe 4 or 5 of their pieces, but they do sell relatively good. If you price it right, this was a good example. Right? $25 at the bins. So nice profit there. Next up is this J. Crew cashmere sweater. That was not only another bins find, but another item that sold within like an hour after I listed it. J. Crew women's large turtleneck cashmere sweater. Cashmere moves fine. Now, normally I always put my stuff at 30 and it's sold relatively fast. But now I'm noticing I might have to drop it down, depending on what it is, of course. But I might have to drop it down to like in the 25 area because I guess cashmere is in more demand during the wintertime, and we are kind of getting away from it. So just keeping that in mind. Next up is a North Face Ventured Hooded Rain Black Jacket, $30. Another bin's find. Paid $1 for it. And that one sold, I want to say, like the very next day. Because, guys, I mentioned before in my previous videos, I don't know if you guys have been watching lately, but my whole routine is not just go to the bins, and this is why right here. All these sales I'm having from the are all pretty much from the bins. Let's see. Next is Charter Club, $25 cashmere. Once again, so like I said, it's almost like I feel like most of my cashmere I'm going to start dropping to 20 from 30 to 25. Just to because I guess that's where the demand is starting to go. It's starting to dip a bit for cashmere too. Now this one is not 25, but I'm going to mention it because of the story behind it. This Vineyard Vines fleece large sweater. I sold it for 18, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because that one made me laugh because that sold in like 2 days from the bins. But it's funny because that particular day, I was done with the bins. I was leaving, going to the cashier. A lady in front of me throws something back in the bin. I noticed what she threw. I didn't see the brand or anything. I just saw it was like a fleece something. Walk up to it. And I see this. It's a Vineyard Vines extra large fleece. I'm like, why would you throw this back? So I said, I'm taking this. I know what I can get for this potentially. Threw it in the cart, paid for it. Like I said, a day or two later, it sells for $18. Not the biggest flip, but when you consider that it's from the bins, and I paid $1 for it, that made me laugh. On my way to the cashier, and I got a free $18 profit. Well, more like 16 after fees and everything, but still, that just cracked me up. Which is why I suggest if you ever go to the bins, and if you go for clothes and whatnot, or anything for that matter, when you see somebody put something back, that does not mean it's not good. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen people throw stuff back. I walk over to see what they threw back, and I find Lululemon, this right, Vineyard Vines, and a few other things I've caught hard. So definitely keep that in mind if you ever go to the bins. Next one, big sale, 25. Yeah, this one once not take. It didn't take that long, but took a little bit longer than I thought as well, which is this throwback Steve Largent Seattle Seahawks jersey. I got that from the flea market about, I want to say also about a month and a half ago or so. I think I paid like, I can't remember. I think $8, $6, something like that for it. So for 25, so I was just happy to get rid of it. All these other sales are like in the 2018 area. Yep, 18, 20, 20. Here we go. The Hug Performance. That's another one that not only did I get that from the bins like 2 days ago. I think I got that like on a Saturday and listed it, and it sold on Sunday. So it sold the very next day. Huck, very solid brand. Um, so yeah, very quick sale there. Let's see here. What else was 25? Cool. I just mentioned them. That was the first brand I mentioned in this video. The sweater. This was a Cool men's pants. They Cool is a outdoors gear brand. Cool is easily my top 3 favorite brands to sell, just because I know that it can sell relatively fast if you price it right. Because the demand for Cool is there, that's for sure. And of course, that was a bins find. Only paid like $1 for it. What else? What else? These Columbia men's Omni Heat from the bins, paid $1, sold it for 40. And I did find, oddly enough, like I want to say maybe 2 months ago, I found this a jacket with the Omni Heat at the Goodwill, at a regular Goodwill, not the bins. I paid like $6 for it. I sold it for 60 like within 2 days. The pants were no different. I found this a couple days ago at the bins, and it sold within like 2 days. And it's just amazing. So if you ever see Columbia Omni Heat Shield insulated pants or a jacket, that's a jacket and pants that have like the silver lining inside. I promise you that stuff will sell for a good amount. In my experience, it sells high and it sells fast. And the last thing that was a big ticket sale was, once again, from the bins. It was a brand new with tag, a Nike's large windbreaker jacket. And the reason I was nervous about selling this one, because I actually sold it, priced it at 40. I found this jacket like also like 2-3 days ago. It had the school Cornell, and it's much harder to normally sell something that has a logo on it And Cornell is not really like the biggest school of all. It's not like a huge athletic university, but I had priced it at 40. Somebody had sent me an offer of 30. I tried to meet, I said I'll meet you in the middle at 35. They accepted, um, and I was happy to have it. I was like, I just take it because I do not want this thing sitting around. And like I said, from the bins, you can't really complain there. And I'm going to do an honorable mention. This one actually, now this sold today actually. This is today on Monday, so this will be mentioned in next week's video. But I wanted to mention because it sold, funny to me, it sold like I think like 3 minutes before midnight. So technically, if this person had bought this like 3 minutes sooner, it would have made it to this list. Which is that the Brooks Brothers 4-ply Italian cashmere sweater sold for 45. I bought that for like $6 at the Goodwill retail about a month ago. So that just meant I just wanted to mention that because that was just crazy. I was like, man, if you had bought that 3 minutes earlier, you could have made the video for this week. But anyways, guys, I did have a nice sales week, especially the weekend was amazing. I did, of course, pass my $1,000 in sales for this week, so happy to have that. So, guys, if you like this video, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys for the haul tomorrow. Wish me luck. I'll see you guys then.